So, Kent, last night the city council met and they just let the mask mandate expire. And so we wanted to just communicate to people where we're at as far as service times and how that affects things. And, I think the thing with the mask mandate expiring, there's still people who want to wear masks and are going to be concerned about it, and we want to respect that. And then there's people who feel comfortable not wearing a mask, and we want to respect that as well. So I think as we talk about this, I think people realize that we have a number of different options available. So maybe I'll just start with the service times, and then you can talk about the Next Gen Ministries. So at our service times, we'll go back to our original times or that we've had historically in the past. So 9:15 and 11. The 9:15 service will be in the venue and in the auditorium. We're going to keep the 9:15 in the venue as our mask required and social distance service. And so people who feel more comfortable wearing a mask or just have maybe health concerns can continue to go to that service, and I think that'll be a good fit for those folks. The other thing about that service is we want to give them like a way to come and go from the building that's maybe separate from people who aren't wearing masks if they're concerned about that. So we're going to encourage them to come and go through the north entrance and actually park along that north side as well. So I think that'll help them feel more comfortable too. Then the 9:15 auditorium service will be social distanced but no masks. And then the 11 o'clock service in the auditorium will be no masks, no social distancing. And so we'll go back to kind of normal seating density in there. And then bilingual at 11 will be the same way as the auditorium service. So basically the whole gamut from masks and social distancing to no social distancing, no masks, and so trying to kind of meet the needs of everybody. But I'm sure you're kind of doing that same kind of thing, or actually trying to accommodate people within the children's ministries as well. So
yeah. First, I think I just want to commend our church for handling this tough time so well, rolling with the changes and being so understanding of our attempts to navigate our way through this pandemic. The church has really done a great job, and it's not been easy for anybody, I don't think.
Yeah, definitely.
So our Next Gen Ministries will continue to require masks for our gathering times, such as E-Free Kids on Sunday morning and student ministries on Wednesday nights. Well, I can't wait to be done with masks. I think most people are ready to be done with masks, but there are a lot of people who, like you said, don't feel safe to be done with masks. And
the schools will continue to require masks, I think, for a while.
That's right, yep. So we'd like to wait a little bit longer before relaxing that requirement for Next Gen Ministries. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to share some of the reasoning behind the decision. One, in case you didn't know, kids are great germ sharers. Every year they are.
Yeah.
And so our Next Gen gatherings have lots of kids coming together from lots of different communities at times, and lots of different families, all represented, coming together in close proximity. And so that's one reasoning. Another reason would be that to support our local schools, like you said, they're going to continue with masks through the end of the school year. I'm so thankful for our schools. So thankful for our teachers and our administrators who have done a fantastic job through a really difficult year.
Yeah.
They've done so well. I'm just so thankful that our kids have been able to be in person, in school this year, as so many schools around the nation and the world have not been able to. So we're blessed.
Yeah, true.
So I think it makes sense to continue a bit longer to keep kids in school as much as possible, reduce the spread of the virus. Third, I think that one reason we shared when we started requiring masks for Next Gen Ministry is that while I might be on this side of the issue, we have a lot of friends that may be over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I really appreciate the extra effort to keep our kids in student ministry gatherings and E-Free Kids gatherings and to keep those safe places. I think a lot of people appreciate that. And I'm willing to give up a little bit to encourage families to attend these kids events.
Yeah.
And at this point, still just a little effort to wear a mask during these events. And I'm really hoping that later this spring that we can start to relax these requirements in Next Gen Ministry as we continue to monitor the situation. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I mean, we just really want to make it so as many people can be here and enjoy community as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait, but we're going to practice patience a little bit longer. It's maybe somewhat ironic that our life app for kids ministry in March is patience.
Oh, nice.
And I can't tell you how many times we as leaders are trying to teach a concept to the kids that I am really working on myself.
Yeah, God has a way of doing that, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. And as we're teaching patience, I'm really needing to practice patience. So here we are. But again, I'm just so grateful that how understanding our church has been and gracious through this past year, and I can't wait to get back to normal.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe I'll just recap the service times then one more time for people. So at 9:15, there'll be two services, one in the venue that's mask only with social distancing, and then a service in the auditorium at 9:15 that is social distance. And then at 11, we'll have our auditorium service and our bilingual service, and those will be no social distancing, no mask required, basically back to normal seating density. So, yeah, hopefully it'll appeal to give people the freedom to be able to feel like they can come back to church and those feel safe but feel comfortable and just enjoy worshiping together. So,
right, great.
Yeah.